Hello, I am Ignace Aleya from ToleratedCinematics.com, and today I will be showing you how to do that stop motion text effect that you probably already saw in some of the online videos. Well, it's a cool effect and it really can give a nice mood to happy videos and cool style videos. I really like the effect. Most of the time these effects are actually done stop motion style, but over the years people started doing them with After Effects and such, just because it's easier and it's faster. So yeah, let's see how we have done this effect. If you don't want to follow this tutorial and you just want this template here, which you can download on the website, a link will be in the description where you will get the project file for all the After Effects versions until CS6, so you should be fine. So yeah, let's get started with the tutorial. First of all, I created a new composition, full HD resolution, and choose some seconds, main comp. And here I will create a new solid layer here, and yeah, just rename it to background. Okay. Then I will go to Effect, Generate, and to take a gradient ramp, change the gradient ramp to a radial ramp, and change the white here to a darker yellow color. Something like this might work. And then we'll take some yellows here. Some light yellow-ish color, something like this. Take this into the middle here, and take this end of the ramp to the edge here. This can be a little bit brighter here. Okay, and this may be a little bit more orange toned. Right, okay, so now we have a clean background. We can use a texture to give it some style. As you have seen in the preview, I used this cardboard texture here, and I rotated that texture, scaled it down just to fit my composition, like so. I found this cardboard texture on Google, so just search for some similar textures, and then I will change the overlay mode to something different. So just script through them. You can script through them with Shift and then clicking on the plus and minus. So here I have the overlay method, and I think this looks pretty nice and it gives some texture. You can also play with the opacity if you want to. Then select both of these layers and pre-compose them by holding Ctrl-Shift-C, and yeah, well, pressing that of course. And then you will have a pre-comp, move all the attributes into new composition, background, composition. Okay, so now we have a background. Let's get started on the text. Let's take our text tool, click over here, subscribe for more. As I have done in my previous video, I should do this more often. Maybe people will understand the small notice I'm trying to give them. Okay, so here we have our text, and yeah, I took a font here, so if I hold Ctrl-T, I have the text tool, select my text. I used the font Bellaboo. Yeah, you can choose whatever you want to. Maybe if it has an option to be a little bit lighter than this, it could look a little bit nicer, but it's already looking pretty good. So I really like this font for this kind of style. I will center this, okay, and delete the space behind it. Okay, so now we have it nice centered. And there we go, we have our text. I will pre-compose my text as well, so layer pre-compose, text 01, and there we go. So get into the composition of the text and we'll do a few things here. So first of all, you can go to Effects and Presets and search for text, and then you will have a folder text here. You can open that up, close it, and open it again. And then you can go to Animate in here and choose something like characters shuffle, or let's try that one. And then you have something like this, a cool animation, so that looks pretty cool. But at the beginning we can still see our text, so let's open that up and see what we can do to fix that. If we open up our animator one range selector and we go down here, we can see the position. We can move that like up to 3000 or so. 3000. There we go, and if we play this animation, our text is going to come in like so. Okay, so another thing you can do is go to animate here and animate the position here, and move the position for 50 or like 30 frames here and 30 here, And yeah, that's not going to do anything. It's not going to be animated. But if we click on a position, go to add and go to selector, wiggly, it's going to be wiggling, as you can see right here. So now it's moving in and wiggling a bit here. So let's open up the wiggle animation here and change the max amount to 20 and the minimum amount to -20 and play that again. Now we have something like this. And of course, everything is very smooth and it doesn't look too good. So what we can do is search for the effect time and then go for posterize time here. And if we drag that onto our layer here, we can see that the frame rate is 24, which is a regular frame rate for film. We can change this to something like 6, 7, or 8, something very low, and then you will see the stutter of a stop motion effect. And already this looks very cool. So now we have our text animated already. Go back to the main comp, and if we play it here on the yellow background, I'm going to give that happy feeling. Another thing that I've done is go to the text 1 here, to the composition layer, and go to effect, distort, and choose turbulence displace. And then I will choose like a size of 5, something very small, as you can see here, and an amount of 20, and then hold Alt and click on the stopwatch of the evolution and write time times 200, and now it's going to be an animated. Well, if I start here, you can probably see, if you really look closely to the edges, you can see that these are animated. You can increase this amount as well to like 800 if you want to. Maybe you're going to see it right now. You can see it's wiggling some displacement. If we are going to increase the amount, you're going to see a little bit better to give you an idea. So the point is to be very subtle, so take it back to something like 20. And if we're going to do that, duplicate it again, change it to 10, and change this to 10 as well. Duplicate it as well, choose 25 in the amount, and do this a few times until you have like a nice structure. Again, it's very smooth, so what we have to do is posterize time and change it to 6. And then if we're going to play that, it's also going to have that nice wiggle, so it looks like every single letter has been drawn on each frame separately. So it's actually really, yeah, a stop motion effect. So now we have this text effect. And of course, if we go back to our effect here for the text as well. So if we enter in the text, we have these keyframes here for the animator 1. And we can click here for a new keyframe, click over here to change it to 0, and then it's going off this to the side again. If you want it to be on the other side, what you can do is click on the position right here, and click again here and move it like -3000 or 4000. There we go. And now it's going to move to the other side, so it's going to be off screen there. Of course, we can see that it's not stopping quite well here. So that's because the end should also be 0 here. Okay. Okay, there we go. And we can also animate the end here. So click on the stopwatch, move over here, and get it down. Okay, let's see how that looks. So yeah, that's basically it. We can still change the background a little bit more, so it's a little bit more visible. But that's it. You can see right here I added a little bit warmer tones, so that's a little bit playing around and mastering your effect. But yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, give it a like. Also subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.